YouTube, how's it going? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. We're hanging out here in our brand new cave slash vault room. I think this thing looks pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. My wife was like, "Hey, we got a bunch of diamonds. We should make them look cool." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. We should." So this is what we did. That waterfall actually leads out to the ocean. So technically, you could sneak in here if you wanted to. But this is our vault room. I've got big plans. Eventually, I want to dig a big hole over here and have this like river go through and then down into another cool cave system. Anyway, enough of that. Today, I think the first thing that I want to do, and this is just because I want to do it, there's no need for it at all. I want to go into the end and I want to kill the dragon until we open every single portal that exists. Yep, I want all of the end portals. I've actually never done it, and I think that's the first thing we're going to do. That was a very quick Ender Dragon killing session. Well, for you guys, that took actually quite a while, and I died so many times. I kept respawning in my stupid ship because I put my spawn point out there and had to swim. Anyway, enough. Enough of killing the dragon. I think the very first project I would like to get to is building a cobblestone generator and the blast chamber for it, and I think we're going to build it out on the end island where the super smelter and the large spruce tree farm is. Let's get over there. I think this, right here, this area on this island, shall be the location for our blast chamber. Now, I want to make sure that the input from the blast chamber is accessible, I think from that side, because I'm going to want to hook this up to a regular tree farm and to possibly to a concrete maker again. And I want this blast chamber, I'm using the version that uses a dispenser rather than TNT duping. Not because I have anything against TNT duping, clearly, but because if Mojang in 1.16 happens to fix TNT duping, I would like to have a solution for tree farming and whatnot that takes advantage of a system that, doesn't need the duping. I'm going to hook up a bunch of different inputs to it as we add farms so that we can just, farm anything we need, blow it up, and collect it. Let's get to it. Well, there we go. We got the old blast chamber finished up now, because in the past I've seen other people build this, and I know that this is a very, very complex contraption when it comes to piston timings and the order things need to go off, and you're supposed to put this cobblestone in to start with. Now, what I want to do to make sure that everything is working correctly before I actually load any TNT into there is I'm just going to manually put in a whole bunch of stone until it fills up and we push it down a few layers, and then I want to make sure that that center hole stays open the entire time. So just drop the stone there and it should alternate which way it goes, just like that. Perfect. And I'm gonna sit here for a little while. You guys don't need to watch that. And I'll let you know if it's working correctly. Well, I've been feeding stone through this thing for a little while now, and things seem to be working correctly. I did accidentally discover that if I right-click on that repeater, it screws things up a little bit and sends all the stone to one side rather than both, so I need to be careful not to change that repeater setting, but everything else seems to be working correctly. I just, 10 seconds ago, put some TNT into there, so now I'm going to finish placing stone until it blows up, and hopefully it only blows up the stone and not itself. Let's see. Hey, I just heard a first explosion. Kaboom! Alright, well that looks like it worked correctly. And that's a whole bunch of cobblestone. Bam, just like that. Awesome. Alright, that means that I think, at least for now, this thing is built correctly and it shouldn't blow itself up. So let's tack on the cobblestone generator. So in theory, I'm done this cobblestone generator. I haven't flicked the switch yet because I'm slightly terrified that, I'm shoving cobblestone at a precise machine from this thing. I don't know. Let's flick it on. Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, we break everything. Which, it looks like we broke something already. Yep, we broke something already. Stop! Stop! Oh no. I think I found the problem. I missed one crucial little piece. That guy. That makes this thing fire the cobblestone actually go that way. So, I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it. I mean, I've got a lot of obsidian here just in case it breaks for the exact reason we just ran into. So let's flick the lever and see what happens. And we should see that. Okay, but we're not seeing it on the other side. Something is clearly still broken. There is something about just watching this thing feeding cobblestone into the blast chamber that is just so incredibly satisfying. Sitting here watching the two piston conveyor belts take their turns, feeding it in perfectly, keeping some zero-tick pistons firing. Oh, I could probably sit here and then watching these things as they're slightly desynchronized. It feels like this is the engine camshaft going, and these are like the piston firing timings, and this is the engine feeding all the cobblestone into the blast chamber. Oh, I love watching all the pistons firing. You guys probably don't enjoy this as much as I do, but I hope you do, because this is awesome. There we go. We got a little bit of a collection system on here. Nothing fancy, just a wall of chests for now. Part of the reason I didn't do a shulker box loader yet is because until I've got all the different things that I'm planning on connecting to this and then the different sorting modules figured out, I don't want to try and predict everything I'm going to do. So for now, wall of chests. That's going to work. Let's run it for a little while, get a ton of cobblestone. We have a ton of cobblestone. Oh my goodness, I do not think I am running out anytime soon. This chest is filled all the way up to there. Oh my goodness. How full are we here? Okay, so these ones got a lot less in them. Any down here? That's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. A lot of double chests completely filled with cobblestone. Plus the hoppers in the back. I ain't running out anytime soon. I spent some time AFKing at my witch farm, and I did some crafting, and we've got a whole bunch of goodies now all ready to go. I need iron. I need iron really bad. For one resource in particular, this guy. I need loads of hoppers for all kinds of projects, and I'm so low on iron, and I've designed up an iron farm. Yes, I designed the iron farm. I didn't just use somebody else's. And I think this iron farm is a lot more fun than most iron farms are because, well, we found a really fun way of transporting the zombies around for scaring the villagers. And enough of that. I gotta find some location to build this thing. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna build it over by my flower farms. I don't want too many more new locations. So I ran off looking for a village to bring some villagers over to the future iron farm, and I found this. I didn't even know these existed. This is like an abandoned village covered in cobwebs. This is depressing. Oh man, this means I'm gonna have to go even farther. Ooh, they at least have a bell. I'm gonna take that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go even farther to find some villagers to stick in this stupid farm. Transporting villagers is such a tedious task. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to get out of that thing. Get me back in there. Stop wasting time. So I got a sketchy dirt hut breeding center all set up and ready to go. A few more beds for these suckers. Well, we got the easy part of the farm done, and that is the entire farm itself. Now I have to put all the mobs into it. I've got a whole ton of villagers in our little dirt thing, and I managed one random night to catch our zombie friend here. So you're going to be on one of the zombies. I need 2 zombies for the farm. God, that thing is butt ugly. But what it what it lacks in aesthetic value, it should make up for in both iron production and a little bit of entertainment value. I'll show you guys that in a second. I think you're gonna really enjoy the design of this farm, and we have a ton of villagers. So I need 24. I think I have 24. I had like 29 beds in here, something like that. I'm gonna just try and fill in the first level first because it's got two heights to it. So 12 villagers and one zombie in the bottom, and it is stackable. So if I decide, hey, 2 levels isn't enough iron, I can just stack more on top of it. But I have to try and transport all 12 villagers up into there, and that's not going to be very fun. And then I got to try and move a zombie up there, and that's going to be an adventure. And so let me check back in if I manage to do that. Be louder, zombie. Be louder. Ugh. Let's make him be a little quieter here because we can. And hostile creatures. Boom. Ha ha. I can control your volume. Okay. Excuse me. So I've created this little thingy here. We're gonna try and get some villagers out of here. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm trying to take advantage because I don't want the babies to get out. I want to take advantage of the fact that that path block isn't a full block, and then hopefully this rail tries to grab the cart above when it lands on it. This may be an absolute catastrophic failure, and it may not work at all, and I may have to use something totally different to try and make this happen, but let's find out. So, you're an adult. Come over here. Get in the cart. Okay, he goes there, he goes back. No, he's running into people. That's a problem. Okay, people get out of the way. And it does not work at all. Catastrophic failure. Okay, we gotta try something different. So I think this villager up there pulled off some black magic because I was working on creating this thing, and then I was like, okay, yay, I've got the little piston in the way, then I can shove him onto that block, pull the piston out, he'll drop down and take off up the rail. And I turn around to find where the guy in the minecart is after putting this thing in, and he's up there. I don't know how he got there, but he got there. Okay. And get in. Yay! Go. Sit on that block. I flick lever. I flick again. He takes off. Ha ha, it's brilliant. And, oh jeez! How did I do that? Oh my. Not cool, man. Not cool, man. Okay. Get on that rail. Right there. Go. And you're in on top of the guy's head. Okay. If I punch that out, are you going to land on one of these blocks? Please don't. Please go in. Yes! Thank you! Well, this is a slight problem. I did not fully think this through. I have iron golems just dropping down on me from up there. Crap. I should have built a kill station for this ahead of time. Oops. I screwed that one up. Kill or be killed. That's the rules of nature. Well, I clearly should have built a killing chamber before I started this thing up. Oh my goodness. Oh, this was so stupid. Now I've got a bajillion golems, and I have to kill them all and get rid of them. And I'm going to end up lagging out the stupid server. Just because I got a hole filled with them. Oh, this was a bad choice. I should have built a stupid killing chamber. All the villagers are in. Last zombie. I really hope that iron helmet lasts plenty long enough. I mean, it should. But there you go. Go for a ride. I'll meet you up there. Let's turn hitboxes off. That's a little bit annoying to look at. I needed that so that I wouldn't punch my villagers and, kill them instead of... Wait, cut it out. Just get on the rail. Go that way. Oh, I need to not be holding. There we go. There we go. Perfect. You're in. Well, guys, we got the iron farm built. It's all ready to go. Well, minus the fact that we have no method for killing them. I really need to deal with this problem. This is going to start causing some lag. This is going to be like my chicken farm all over again. But I want to do something really fun with how we transport the golems. But for now, I just... I need to deal with this problem, and I haven't come up with anything. So I'm just going to build a little water stream thing, funnel them all to the middle, and then we're going to kill them in one location and have some hoppers underneath to pick up all of the iron, feed it into a big chest array, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, I want to do something really fun with how we transport them. But I'm going to need some time to come up with something. I went into a test world and was like, this is going to be really easy. And it's not as easy as I thought, because they can, if you try and push them around, they can wander out of range of a piston, and other weird problems can happen. So, for now, really simple. We're just going to funnel them all into a lava blade and collect everything in some hoppers. I have great news! It's working! Iron golems are absolutely pouring in. And look, here's the fun part. Here's the fun part. Ready? I'll get a closer up view, but ready? See those zombies? Phew! Rather than transporting them with minecart, I decided to use the slime block launchers to send them from one station to the next. Oh, jeez. Where am I? So you can see we got one here and one on the level above. And he hangs out there for about 10 seconds. Hi, llama face. And then the clock launches him to the next spot. But there we go. There's one, and I think there should be one on the platform above. Yep, there he is. Boom, dropping into the water stream down below. And right now, I've just got this like eye funnel set up to send all of the golems into the middle into this lava blade, and then underneath the lava blade, we're collecting everything. I just love that the way we move our zombies around is with slime block launchers. They just fly through the air from one spot to the next. And initially, it turns out that the iron golems can actually spawn on top of the slime, but because spawning algorithms check for entity collisions, because when these guys are sitting there, that's the only time that they'll spawn a golem, and that while they're sitting there, the golem can't, spawn inside the zombie, we're basically safe the whole way around. The other thing that we can do, which I did on top of that piece of slime right there, is just place rails on them, because the slime can move the rails back and forth, but the golems cannot spawn on top of the rails. Now, I'm not sure that I've built this catch-collect area quite perfectly. I'm worried that some of the golems may land on the glass. So what I can do, the simplest way to fix that is to go up top and make sure that, we run some fences sticking out a little bit farther or something to prevent the golems. Because I think the only way that that'll happen is if they, collide mid-air and shove each other out of the way. Which, is a rare occurrence, but I actually did see it once already. So, got to make sure that I'm catching all of the golems. But this farm should produce a ton of iron. I don't know the rates, but looking around at the water streams, I constantly see multiple golems floating around in it. So that's good. I think the timing is just quick enough that they should be able to, their golem counter clock should reset each time that the zombie gets launched to a new spot. And he should sit there long enough that they should have 2 spawn attempts, I think. He gets to sit there for about 10 seconds. But, I mean, it's not perfect. It's meant to be a bit of a goofy, fun design. It may be slightly flawed. So far, things are looking pretty promising. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be. This is not built to be the most efficient farm in the world. It's supposed to be fun. And I think it's pretty fun. But this is boring. This is really boring. We need a better way of doing this. We need to shoot them around with slime block launchers the same as we do the zombies and maybe do something else exciting. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Unfortunately, guys, that's going to have to do it for this week. I'm all out of time. Well, actually, I guess 2 weeks in, huh? As we watch the zombies bouncing on the background. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. Until next time, see ya!